Hello, and welcome to another day of English 2. I'm your online teacher, Miss Bear. We have been working on an argument unit called about graffiti. Is it art or is it a crime? And so this is Unit 6 from Common Lit 360. If your teacher needs additional information, they need to go back to lesson 1 in this unit so that they can find out more information about how to download the materials for this unit. You will need, or your teacher will need, the information on that in order to prepare for the day, because there are some videos in this lesson that I'm going to send you off to watch. So our essential question for this unit is graffiti a work of art or a crime to be punished? And how do we decide? At the end of this unit, we will be writing an argument essay exploring that particular question, as well as a question that's specific to this unit. So what are we doing today? Today you're going to read an article about this graffiti artist who was awarded $6.7 million for destroyed 5 Points murals. So 5 Points is an area of a city that we're going to learn a little bit more about, but it's a conflict between graffiti artists and property owners. So when graffiti artists come in and they put things on buildings, who's responsible for that? So we've already explored some articles concerning who is responsible, and you've kind of got some ideas on whether you believe it is art or it's a crime. So 5 Points refers to a mural and street art location in Long Island City, which is in Queens in New York City. And you can see on the map where that is. It's kind of between Brooklyn and Queens and Manhattan, right there on Long Island. And so that will show you where this particular incident happened and the details of that story. So let's, at this point, you're going to watch a video and you're going to find out what makes 5 Points unique, why it is considered a community in itself. So at this time, I'm going to pause, and your teacher is going to make sure that you go into the Common Lit website to watch this video. So I'm going to give you a few minutes to watch that, and then we'll come back together as a class. Great job. I hope you enjoyed that video as much as I did. Now let's turn and talk, and I want you to, with a neighbor, to talk about what is unique about 5 Points and how has this led to a conflict. Good job. I love the conversations and the energy going on during this conversation. So at this point, I need you to bring out two things. You should have your article about graffiti artists that were awarded the money. You should also have your research note-taking graphic organizer. Remember, we've been keeping up with notes as we've been reading different articles, and so you'll put that information on here as well. So if you'll get those two things out, and then you are going to be reading with a partner on this activity. So as you read, I want you to ask yourself, what are the key details and examples that help develop that central idea? How does the text answer this unit's argument prompt? Should graffiti be protected? So keep those things in mind as you read. That is our skill focus. And so let's move on and begin reading. Now, you know as well as I do, we've been doing these Common Lit units for a while. In the margins of these of this unit or of these articles, you will have questions in the margins. Make sure that you're answering those as you go along. That will help prepare you for not only to answer our writing prompt at the end, but it will also help you answer the questions at the end, and those are the questions that are going to help prepare you for the state assessment that will come up at the end of the year. So I'm going to pause, and I want, with a partner, I want you to read this article. All right, there were some great conversations happening between you and your partner, and I want to thank you for staying on task and reading all of this and answering those questions as you were instructed. So at this point, I want you by yourself to fill in that graphic organizer in the section about graffiti artists awarded $6.7 million for those destroyed murals. So I want to pause and let you complete that graphic organizer. All right, the last thing that we're going to do is, again, independently, at the end of your article, you should have some questions to answer, and you need to answer those independently. And when you complete that, your teacher may have some additional instructions for you. Your teacher may give you something additional to do, especially since you had your vocabulary quiz. Maybe they're going to give those back to you and kind of look at what you did not do correctly or some of those mistakes that you may have made. So that is all that I have for you today. Until next time, happy reading.